high? Not high, but how high? Or how low? Or on its way up? What is the compression? Or on its way down? What is the resistance? Is it resistance, compression, up or down? And while this condition is happening, it happens over a period of time. It's a measurement between here and here, and the line in between, that's your H. Above and below, that is your I. The N and the Z is the distance apart of the meeting halfway point between this side and that side. In the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds. In the first 15 seconds, in the second 15 seconds. Let's not count the startup, but let's count what happens in between the first 15 seconds and the second 15 seconds, starting at 7 and 6, finishing at 15, finishing at 14.9 or 15. So you have a point where you're starting at 7.5 and you're finishing, you're starting at, it's a total of 30 seconds. So you start at 7, which means 8. Your first second ends at 8. And your last second ends at 14.9. 14.9. I'm not going to use that everything should be like this. I'm working on the fine line. In between 7 and 22. So you have 8, you have 9, you have 10, you have 11, you have 12, you have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's your 15, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it's I have to mark this down. I have to mark this down. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. But it's the distance. This is your HINZ. And I want to use this level because I need to use this in order to do it. And I need to use this as well as I need to do this. The beginning, the start off, right? The pushing out of one leg on the line and pushing out with one leg in the run, if you want to do it that way. And then we're going to do it this way. Do you know the way the letters always have these pieces? Why are they there? Are they on this side or on this side? Where does the 0 begin and why? Right? You get 59 and you get over to 60. But then you're starting at 1. When you start again, it's 2 numbers and 1 number to start again, and then 2 numbers. Don't forget you're putting your best foot forward, even if you don't have a second leg. So you have the distance apart, your H, okay, which will show you your fine line right over here. See the way it shows me this one or this one? If I pick up my left hand, then I can also pick up my right hand. But if I point each hand in a different direction, what would that mean? That would tell me something. Could it mean stop at an airport, putting both hands up in one direction or in different directions, right? Or waving them in different directions, it means you missed. But let's get back to compression and resistance. Understanding creation means understanding all of creation, and what is in creation that is created on this planet right now is very important because it explains creation. It's an absolute. Few missing pieces to complete the what things we don't know. So now why the Z? Why did I go from starting at the top all the way to the bottom, or starting at the top and just going all the way over and coming all the way back down here and then over here? The reason for the Z, straight across, all the way back down, measurement. What does the Z mean? What does the N mean? I'm starting on top, I'm crossing over. This is my high and my low. my high and my low, and it all crisscrosses. Well, it all should crisscross over here, should it not? If I would do this design like this, okay, here is my N, here is my Z, here is my H, here is my I. But the minute I elongate that box to here, I now have this as my N and this is my Z. At all times it'll cross right over here. I don't know why this, oh yes, this one crossed there because I started it off here. You see what happens if I start it on the outside of the box? Right, if I start on the outside and finish the outside, I go all around the center. Now that's a thought of calculation in itself. Okay, then you got this side and this side. Look, I got a missing piece. So what I'm going to do now, okay, is, where was I with this? So we talked about this, and one and all in one. Okay, when I say that, I'm trying to think. Yes, the zero. I'm just trying to get back to something in my head. Can we say wholeness is time, the completion or an area space needed in order to be in conjunction with one, all in one, one that is active at the moment and one that is waiting in the period of time? Here is the halfway point. Also could be represented by 30. Can also be represented by 0.5, memory and creation. 30, an area, a space between 0 to 1, to 2 to 3, and do we stop at 6? Because all of 6 is everything after 5. Just like all of 0 is everything up to 1. All of 5 is everything from 4 up to 5. Everything that is 60 is everything from. So here we have a total of 7. This is a half-life. This is really 4 and 1 equaling to 7. You don't see it, but the dice cube tells me different. This is what it tells me. That 1 and that 6 shows me it's in the center, igniting my 5 and my 2 in creation of 4, which is inside 1, creating the 5. So when we come up to all these numbers, we start at 7.6, we go to 14.9. 7.5 is the beginning, 15 is the end. We add on 15 plus, or 7.5 plus. So a complete 15 seconds, the center is 15, and that's Mars. When we get to the next area, 225, this is a numeric value that fits in with the sun, it fits in with the foxhole, the passage, and the reason for that is I'll take 2 and 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4. So it's the same thing, it's your phi number, it's a number that makes up 4 times 4 and 4 plus 4. Equals the 16th letter P, the 8th letter H. They are of the same house. They will each get an ox inside the house. 22, the reverse of 22 is 5. Since I had a little stoppage on the video, this is where the moon comes in. This is where Mars comes in. Sun in creation comes in. Red sun, back to the moon again, back to the sun. Into 60. 60 is orange. All zeros equal 6. All sixes, if you add up 1 through 6, you'll get a total of 21. The halfway position is 3.5. I use 6 or I'll use 1. Anyways, the minute you have 6, you need 1 because the cube refers my opposite as 1. So if I am 6, I am the spirit of 76. Every other side will be 5. So now we get to, from moon, gateway, energy, 10 and 5 is 5, 5, 5, 15, E world connected through Mars. through the delta angle. 2 and 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, equals into the heavens, which will equal to your 8. Remember, the odds are completely different on 2 2s, okay, than there are on 3 3, 4 4. There's odds for this. I think this one is 22. Yes, I think the odds on this is either 7, 8, 6, 7, or 8 to 1. Hold on. Okay, I looked it up, and the odds for rolling a 2 2 or a 5 and a 5 is 8 to 1. It's 8 to 1. That's according to the game of craps. Maybe it's a little bit more. So when I start looking at my 2 dice cubes of 2 2s, or back to 22, the reverse is 55. 5 and 5, they're 77. 52 is Earth. 25, 52. The in-between to that is 34. Earth, Mars. The outside to that is 1 and 6, the spirit and the half-life. So this is where I create all these numbers. Here's your 60 seconds of each. So when we take our first part of the 15, the in-between number between 7.5 and 22, we don't start counting till we pass this. And then every single one is a different passing. From here to here is a passing, from here to here is a passing, and then we get our next average, and it goes through the Sun and through Mars. That's where our 2 passings are, the Sun and through Mars. The in-between point is, the basic in-between point is right over here. Well, even though we start over here, we're just going to eliminate the first 15 and the last 15. So we're going to take these 3 numbers, 9, 3, 10, 15, 6. So we'll have 9, 3, 6 coming in over here. In fact, if you add it all, 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 1 and 5 is 6, 4 and 5 is 9, 3 and 7 is 10, 15, 1 and 5 is 6, 5 and 4 is 9 and 6. That's all we end up getting when we run the half-life. The numbers tell the whole story. We bring it all down. So where does this come out of? 2 times 3. 2 to the power of 3. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Where do we get these numbers from? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. Where did I get these numbers from? I'm trying to remember where this started from. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals my 2 and 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. 1 and 2. Where do we get 1 and 2 from? Trying to think where this came from. 7 times 4 is 28. So just give me a second. I'm a little dingo. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 and 5 is 12, 47. 7 by 4 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 7, 4, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 and 2 creates 2 and 3. Or 75 creates this, what recreates this. So where did we get the 8 and 6? From here. From what we created from here, all the way down the line, recreated these numbers, which is also recreated in 56. 56 and 12 are the reverse on the dice. And when you do that, 5 plus 6, right? 56, 5 plus 6 is 11. 30 and 11 is 41. Minus 11 is 19. 6 minus 5 is 1. Plus 1, it's 31. Minus, it's 29. So the birth passing through AC and AD, which is also birth in the Sun, this number will reflect this number when said and done. 1 times 4 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 plus 4 is 9. We got to 29. 19 is the numeric value for the spirit. Beta creation. Inside of here. Alpha is inside of 9. This is how this whole thing works. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.